It's Talk with your host, Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, simply straight talk.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Hey, it's the woman of the hour. So are you ready for your big speech today?
Oh my god, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but yes, I can't believe we are actually in the Museum of Egyptian Antiquities.
Listen, don't even worry, don't even be nervous. You're gonna knock it out the park like you always do. But you are also right. This museum, so much history here. I mean, it's just amazing.
Just think, over 600 years ago, one of the pharaohs actually wore this mask.
I know, and just like being here and seeing it all in person, it's like everything just come to life, especially the artifacts.
Wait, didn't you say that Lana was coming with you?
Oh yeah, she's here. She forgot her phone, so she's using mine to call her sister, so she should be back here in a few minutes.
So, how are you two getting along?
We are doing great. The communication is on point, and most importantly, the trust. I mean, I love the fact that we trust each other now. We don't have any of that jealousy crap.
You see, now that's what I like to hear about two people building a solid foundation.
Angelique, hey, how are you?
Oh, hey girl, I'm doing great. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you too, girl. So, Reggie, is there something you want to tell me?
No, nothing I can think of. I mean, we were just talking about the artifacts here.
Really? So, tell me who and what is live BPM?
You know what? I think I'll just look around for a bit.
Oh no, Angelique, please stay, because this lie is about to come out right now in public.
Babe, that's nothing. We can talk about that later on today.
No. This babe, who is about to be your ex-babe, wants to talk about it now.
Okay, Lana, what are you upset about?
Well, when I was using your phone, I happened to notice the app for Black People Meet. I tried to open it just to be sure it wasn't what I thought it was, and it asked for a password.
Listen, it is not Black People Meet. It's live, BPM. Babe, BPM stands for beats per minute. It's for tracking music.
Oh, so you a DJ now?
What?
Hey, I didn't know you were a DJ.
Angelique, you know you're not helping the situation right now, right?
Okay. I get it. So you replaced Dr. Dre in the music industry as a music producer. You can't even sing.
Wow. Go, Reggie. Drop the beat, Reggie.
Angelique, shouldn't you be going to do a sound check for your speech somewhere right about now?
Apparently, you're doing sound check on dating sites.
Sweetheart, please, sweetheart, will you just think for a moment?
No, but I tell you what, open an app.
Listen, I downloaded the app, I set it up, but I didn't use it. I mean, if I had that app now for maybe 6-7 months, I don't remember the password because I never used it.
Oh, so now you don't know the password?
Okay, listen, not to get all up in your business, but why don't I download the app and we can see what this is so we can resolve this?
You see, that's my girl. You better pray it's about beats or I'm going to give you a beating.
I'm telling you, it's for finding out the beats per minute for music.
Shut up, DJ cheater.
Shut up. Okay, now I gotta shut up.
Alright, okay, here we go. See, it really is an app for tracking the beats in a song.
You see, I told you, all this drama for nothing.
Yeah, you did. But, you know what? She was mighty anxious to clear your name. You see, I knew there was something sneaky about you.
Sneaky? Wait, are you talking about me?
Uh-oh.
Who else?
Whoa, wait a minute. You're calling me sneaky?
Look at you, guilt written all over your face.
What? I wanted to leave, but you asked me to stay. I just wanted the two of you to resolve this so we could all go back to enjoying the strip.
Oh, I see what's going on. So I'm blocking you two from having fun.
What the hell? Are you being serious right now? How am I with him now?
You know what? Do whatever. I'm going, and Reggie, I hate your music.
Yo, she's crazy. No, I mean completely cuckoo crazy.
No, she is fruitcake crazy. I mean straight fruitcake crazy.
Seriously, why do you get involved with these crazy women? You better go after her. Actually, I got a better idea. Make her a song and drop that beat.
You know what? You play too much, Angelique. You play too much.
So you're really not going after her?
Are you kidding me? No. I want her to be happy with someone else who likes crazy. A full cake platter of crazy.
Yo, your love life has more drama than the Jerry Springer and Maury show put together.
What can I say?
Welcome to Simply Straight Talk with your host, Reggie Maddox. So don't get scared. You know we all about that real talk on the Simply Straight Talk show.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Simple Straight Talk Show. This is your man, Reggie Maddox. Man, we got to talk for y'all today, man. Let me tell you something. Now, this is a little side note. If you were ever here behind the scenes, you would crack up laughing because sometimes the show topic can change like 2 or 3 times. We recording bloopers, but hey, you just gotta laugh, man. I don't know. I might do a blooper thing one day. But anyway, listen. Today, we're going to talk about jealousy and trust issues. That's right. Jealousy and trust issues. Because this is something that everybody has experienced in a relationship at some point. Now, you might be the person that's jealous. You might be the person that you might be dating somebody that gets jealous. You might have trust issues. Or maybe the person you with has trust issues. Dang. But anyway, the thing about it is when we're talking about trust issues and jealousy, sometimes it's cute. It's fun. You know what I'm saying? It kind of make you feel good. Then other times it's like, you know what? I don't think this going to work. This is just too much. I can't deal with this. And I think some people have a hard time finding that line of when jealousy can be cute and sexy or attractive versus you're way overboard and you're absolutely psychotic and I can't deal with you. Now, when we talk about jealousy that's psychotic, you know what? If y'all ever go on YouTube, which you probably do, there is this guy named Fenarius. Now, Fenarius has these videos with this one particular girl, man, and they're like such a good acting duo together, because they do a couple skits about jealousy and it's just really funny because one that sticks out is like, well, I tell you what, the latest one, they're both laying in bed asleep. She wakes up, looks at him. First she's thinking about, oh, he's so cute, ought to sit on his face. And then all of a sudden, ought to drown him. You know what I'm saying? Now she starts thinking that he's talking about another woman. Well, he's dreaming about another woman, sitting on his face and talking to him and all that type stuff, that he's with another woman in his dreams. And she literally just slaps the crap out of him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, he got some great funny videos, man. But y'all check out Fenarius and check out that one. It's called When She Thinks She's Cheating. Just check that out, Fenarius. But anyway, back to the topic, man. When we're talking about jealousy and trust issues, I think everybody has a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of trust issues in them, especially when it comes to somebody that you really care about, somebody that you really, really, really feel like, this is my woman, this is my man. You done gave your heart. This is somebody that you talking about being with, you know what I'm saying? And you just don't want nobody else to holler at them. Now, here's the other thing. There's always a flip side to every story. You also have that guy or that girl or woman, you know what I'm saying, who feels like, yeah, I'm with him. I don't want him talking to nobody else, but I can talk to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And you got the same thing with some guys. I don't want her talking to nobody else, but I can talk to other people. So here's the thing. jealousy. Let me ask y'all something. Do you think jealousy is good in small portions, or do you think it's too much? Do you think it's totally detrimental to a relationship? I think jealousy, me personally, I think jealousy is good in a very small portion. But when it becomes overbearing, then I think that's when it just totally can rip a relationship apart. But what do you think? How do y'all feel about jealousy? Are you dating somebody that you feel is jealous or has trust issues? Now, when we're talking about jealousy and trust issues, it could be something as simple. Let me give you some examples of that can stir up jealousy or trust issues in a person. So let's say, let's say you guys live together, okay? You live together, you live with your baby. So you call one day and you say, you know what? There's something wrong with the AC unit. So we got to call somebody to come out and fix it. So the guy comes out, knocks on the door, fix it. Okay. He's outside. Now let's say the temperature is like 95 degrees and something like that. It's hot. It's a hot day. Okay. It's smoldering hot. Okay. So he's outside. He's working on the AC unit. Then he's got to go up in your attic. He's working on the AC unit. And then he's sweating. He's hot. You can tell that he's hot. He's sweating, and you can see him outside and he's just like trying to manage with the heat. So your girl says, excuse me, would you like a glass of water or something? So she fixes a glass of water, takes it out, like say, just takes it out on the porch and gives it to him. Say, hey, here's a glass of water if you want it. Or maybe she just make a picture of ice water, put it out there on the porch, cover it up, and say, hey, if you get thirsty, here's some water. The guy says, thank you. Now, the man says, when she comes back in the house, her boyfriend or husband is like, so why are you fixing him water? Why he's supposed to be fixing the AC? What are you doing? And she's just like, oh, it was hot. I just wanted to give him something to drink. The guy is taking it a whole nother level because he don't like the fact. He feel like his woman is catering to another man. Okay? That's what he feel like. He here to fix the AC. If he wants some water, he need to ask me for some water. Why you out there running him water? Now, here's the thing about this. This is where jealousy can be cute or can be overbearing. I think this is a case where jealousy is overbearing because there's a couple ways this could have been handled. So let's address it like this first. Now, so see, here's the problem with this, because some women are going to say, I'm a woman, I ain't got to ask no man, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, but what if you just don't want a problem? What if you dating somebody that's got trust issues? So what if you just say, hey, babe, the guy, it's like it's really hot outside. Do you want to offer him some water or something? And let the man do it. And that way, he can't say anything. Unless you got somebody that's totally buck-nine crazy, that's talking about, oh, so now you want me to be catering to him. Why you want to offer him water? Some people are really stupid like that. They're really stupid like that. But the thing about it is, it was a simple situation of somebody trying to be nice and just offer somebody some water. Sometimes you got people that get really upset if they see the person they're with in the smallest conversation. The conversation may not mean anything. Now, you got to keep in mind, too, that sometimes women can get a discount or get extra work done for the simple fact that they're a woman and the simple fact that the person doing the work is a man. And the man is thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll throw in a free thermostat. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'll just go ahead and put a little extra Freon in there. It's always a little something they try to make it seem like they do just so they can kind of feel like, oh, I did this for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the man may be feeling like, oh, so he trying to butt in. He trying to move in. He trying to set himself up, make himself look like he this guy type of guy. So sometimes that's why you might have jealousy come from a situation like that, because sometimes men see things that men do and we know that, yeah, you say you're doing this for good intentions, but it's not. Okay. That's not what it's about. Now, when it comes to jealousy in situations like that, it really just depends on the household, because sometimes some men will say, I'll deal with it. If somebody's coming to work on something, I'm going to set it up and I'm going to be there to help take care of it when they get there. Now, me personally, if I'm in a relationship and there's stuff that needs to be done around the house, not saying that the woman can't do it. So don't come at me with that feminist bull crap. I'm not saying that women can't do it. But as a man, if she's married to me and we're a couple, why should she have to be worried about making repairs on the house if she got a man in the house? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna get into that. Y'all about to send me on a rant right now. Okay, now, but let's flip the script a little bit. Let's say you go out to a nice restaurant, and let's say that the waitress comes over. She's standing next to the side where your husband or boyfriend is sitting. She takes your order, takes his order, and then she maybe, put her hand on the shoulder. Oh, would that be all, sir? Okay. Then when she comes back, she refills his drink and then kind of moves on. It may just seem like she's paying more attention to him than to the woman. Or maybe she's a little more, having a little more conversation and a little more laughy. What do women like to say? He and her on with the man than she is with the woman. Now, you can look at this two ways. Most women figure that if a man is taking a woman out, or they see a man and a woman, that the man is the one paying the bill. So naturally, they want that tip. So who are they going to butter up? The man. They're going to butter the man up. But what if the waitress is being a little bit flirty? What if she is being, a little bit hands-on? You know what I'm saying? Smiling, winking, just really complimenting him, mentioning how good he looks. Oh, you're very attractive. Then telling the woman, oh, you're so lucky to have him. Stuff like that to kind of throw nails on the fire. So how should a woman react? Should she ignore it and just be confident that she know that her man is going home with her? Or maybe should she worry that maybe he gonna feel like, oh, well, I'll definitely be coming back here, but without you. You know what I'm saying? So there's always two sides to jealousy. There's always two sides to jealousy. But when it comes to jealousy, you bring it back home, now you got a real problem. You got a real problem when you bring jealousy in the house. Because when a person starts to feel like, okay, we can't go out anywhere. If we do go out, I can't say anything to anybody. I can't make eye contact with anybody. I can't smile too much. I can't compliment too much. I really just can't say much. Just, stick my head in the menu, never look up, order what I want, wait till she walks away, and then I can put the menu down and look directly at you. You can't look around. Can't answer your cell phones. Now, cell phones have become a big thing when it comes to relationships and jealousy. And because, now it's like you got the text messages. Then I know on my phone, I have a feature on my phone. What I think most phones do is where I can hide text messages. I can hide photos to where you can't see them. Somebody else who logs in, you're not going to see them. It goes into a private folder. So anybody who's going through your messages not going to be able to see it unless they know how to access that feature. And that feature is not something I got to download. It comes with the phone. So people nowadays, technology really does create circumstances to where you're going to have people who are feeling like, oh, you cheating. Why are you cheating? You are cheating, aren't you? People having conversations and phone rings, they don't answer the phone. They just put the phone down, or they got to walk away. Is there a time? Let me see. I'm trying to think now. Let me be really honest with this. Is there ever a time that if I was in a relationship and I'm sitting down, the phone rings, that I feel I need to get up and walk away and go somewhere else? I'm just trying to think now. Because if we're watching a movie, but if the phone rings and I answer it, why would I have to leave the room? Unless it was a business call. But it just depends. Like, I know for me, if it's after hours, as a business owner, yeah, you might take some calls after hours. But how much business can you, well, it just depends on what it is. Because sometimes I do business late. But if we're watching a movie, I don't know. So I don't know. See, I don't know. Because I can kind of see reasons why you would step out if you don't want to disturb the other person while they're watching a movie. Or if they might say like, hey, you know what, just go ahead and pause it and we can just watch it. We can pick it up when you come back. But then again, I pretty much know when I might be dealing with something after hours that's business related. So it's kind of tough, you know, because I can really kind of see that. And it also depends on the field you're in, because I can see maybe a doctor at the hospital calling. I can see a lawyer, a court case, something's coming up. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain jobs or certain positions that I can see, because like when I was the campus safety director, I was getting calls all times of the night. I mean, like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, because they would call me when something happened or something went wrong. And, you know, the person I was with at that time, if they were asleep, yeah, I would, if I couldn't handle it right there in a few seconds, I would actually get up, go out, deal with the situation and come back. You know what I'm saying? But that just comes to mind. It's like, with that being said, do you feel it's necessary to have a passcode on your phone? Or do you, well, I say, yeah, that's necessary, because somebody grab your phone, you don't want them to be able to access it that easy. Do you feel you should be able to share? Should you share? Put it like this. Should you share your PIN code or password with your girlfriend or wife or husband or boyfriend so they know how to access your phone? Now, some people say yes. Some people say no. You just asking for problems. But should you share it? See, that's an interesting point. Because sometimes sharing can lead to jealousy, especially if somebody's looking at something. And I like to say a lot of people like to eat soup with a fork. And I say that because you eat soup with a spoon, so you can get the juice, you can get whatever you're trying to get on the spoon. But when you eat a soup with fork, you got a lot of juice and stuff dripping off of it, so you're missing a lot of information. The juice is the information you're missing. But we're going to talk about this a little bit more when we come back right here on the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family. Your host, Reggie, will be right back. So don't you dare touch that dial. Hello, Simply Straight Talk family. If you are enjoying this episode, at the end of the show, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. And why not share this with a friend? Also, visit our blog at newlifenewmind.com, where you can find additional articles on more great topics. Stay tuned. The show will continue right after this message.
We're back with the conversation starter and the voice that works harder. Your host, Reggie.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Simply Straight Talk Show after that short little break. Man, today we talking about jealousy and trust issues. Now, I can tell you from my own personal experience. That's what I'm going to speak to you about right now in the second half of the show. There have been times when I have been jealous, okay, and had trust issues. Now, here's the thing. I don't get jealous unless I get a reason to get jealous. And if I get jealous, it's because I really care. Now, my jealousy is not about being violent and all that type crazy stuff. It's more about you did or said something to me that I found was suspect. And it mainly comes when I feel like I don't have a problem. Like, here's the thing, guys. Your woman is going to get complimented. I already know that guys are going to make a play for whoever you with. Somebody's always want what you got. Now, here's my issue. If a guy comes up and tries to holler at somebody that I'm with, okay, I know that's going to happen. But the thing is, I'm watching how she entertains it. Does she entertain it, or does she like brush him off? You know, because there's a big difference between a guy coming up to your girl and like, hey, you know, I think you're attractive. I would really like to take you out sometime. And your girl saying something like, you know what? Thank you. I'm with somebody, not interested. See, that I'm not going to get jealous about that. But if you got a woman and the guy comes up to her and say, hey, you look kind of good. I would love to take you out, treat you right, make you feel good. Let's go on a date. And the woman is like, oh, you think I look good? She's basically like feeding into like, oh, so I look good to you? And he's like, yeah, you look good, baby. I really remember you. Oh, okay. That's the type of stuff I like to hear. See, now she's entertaining his bull crap. See, now I'm about to take issue with what you're saying and how you're acting because you didn't shut it down. You actually like kept encouraging more from him. So to me, that would bother me. And I'm sure for a man, it'd be the same thing if, for a woman, if she was out with her guy and, some woman would just kind of like, hey, you're very handsome. You're like, thank you. She probably won't get mad about that. She was like, you know what? Me and you will look good going over there to the festival today. And the man is like, you know what? I think so too. See, now his woman is going to have a problem. But if he would have said like, listen, thank you for the compliment, but I have this very lovely woman that I'm very happy with, but thank you. No, thank you, but no, thank you. He shut it down. He acknowledged her compliment and shut it down. See, that's the key thing is you have to know when to shut something down and not entertain it. Although it might be flattering to you, although you might like to hear it, but the key thing is you need to shut it down and not let that person think that they have an opportunity with you and not allow your mate to see you acting like you're interested in somebody else. Because I think sometimes people entertain stuff. Like put it like this. I was married to this lady who was a teacher long time ago. And she told me that somebody at her that, one of the students, like a school told her that, now it was a student told her this now, you ought to let me get a piece of that. And she said, now this is what she told me her response was, you wouldn't know what to do with it if I gave it to you. Now, when she told me that, now I know kids would be kids or whatever, but I was like, why did you entertain it? She was like, and this is the actual conversation. She was like, what do you mean? I didn't entertain it. I said, but here's the thing. What you said was not a shutdown. It was a challenge. See, by you saying you wouldn't know what to do if I gave it to you, that's kind of like saying my stuff is this hot and, I said, first of all, that's a child. You should have shut that down from the get-go. I said, and number two, I said, just the way your response, I said, I don't think your response was cool. Like to me, even if a woman I'm with told a grown man that, to me, to tell a man you wouldn't know what to do if I get with it, oh, you gonna get some more comeback from him like, well, why don't we find out? Oh, you talk a big game, let's see what can happen. So that's why I'm saying that, when you start to say stuff, you got to think about the things you do when you're with your mate, because you might consider your comeback as shutting it down, but is it really shutting it down or is it really enticing more conversation to come out of it? You see, sometimes we got to kind of look at why a person is jealous, or does our actions create an environment of jealousy? We was talking before about people like when they're on their cell phones, do you feel like when you go out that you have to be on your cell phone all the time? Or when you talk to somebody of the opposite sex, do you find yourself laughing real hard all the time? Does your voice tend to get a little bit deeper in order to attract more conversation and sound more sensual, Barry Whitish? See, people do things like that, and it creates an environment of jealousy. Now, trust issues, when somebody's been hurt and they feel like, they've given themselves and every time they find a person do this, and this, trust issues can be like old wounds. And sometimes you can open that old wound when you do something that makes a person kind of reflect back on like, wait a minute. You might say like, listen, I'm going to join this meetup group called, guys for basketball. They go and play basketball every Saturday, but maybe she dated somebody who said that they was going to play basketball every Saturday. So now she's like, oh, I like to go. Or where y'all going to be playing at? She's asking you a lot of questions because she's got trust issues based off of her past relationships It's not fair, but that's being brought in onto you. It's been thrown on you now. Trust issues, going through people's phone. When you say you're going somewhere, they got to know. They want to go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these phones now, they got this thing where you can ping each other. I know Apple phone does, where you can see where each other is at. Some people do that. Some people cool with it. Some people not cool with it. We talked about sharing your passwords to your phone. Some people cool with it. Some people not cool with it. Email addresses. And listen, we all know. You can say, this is my email address, and give somebody that email address. Oh, I can look at his email account. But come on now. You can set up an email account under 1,000 names. You can have 20 different email addresses. Who want to keep up with all that? I don't know, but people do that. So the thing about it is, man, jealousy and trust issues, I think it can be nice. Like, I wouldn't mind if we went out somewhere and I was in a relationship and the woman was, and somebody was flirting and the woman got a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't mad at me, but the fact that she was letting me know that she was uncomfortable, that maybe the waitress was touching me too much, or maybe she thought the waitress was flirting, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she was uncomfortable with it. Because I was watching one of these shows called What Would You Do? And they did an episode where the man and woman sat at a table and they actually had a woman come and flirt. They had the waitress flirt with the guy, and the waitress was telling him how handsome she was. And then, by the time it was over, the lady was like, it just made me realize how handsome he is. And I don't pay attention like I used to. So sometimes somebody else actually flirting with your mate may just remind you that you have a good mate. You got a pretty person or a handsome guy. You got somebody that's attractive. And because you're so used to seeing them every day, that maybe you don't give them the attention or give them, the acknowledgement, or you don't compliment them the way you did when you first started dating. But now that somebody else has decided that, they see the beauty in the person, they see the attractiveness in the person. So now they're giving them that attention. But now you're getting jealous. And it happens. It happens because when you get into a relationship and you see each other every day, see, when you're dating and you're going home at the end of the night, there's little things you don't know about each other. Let's be honest. Okay. The bad breath. Okay. When that person comes home and, they're not smelling like they do on the date, they smelling like a little stank. The feet were sweaty from working out. So now the feet stink. The socks stink. You're smelling the bad laundry. You're seeing the stained underwear. You got the farts, the bathroom smells. All that stuff comes into play for real. They eat in bed. You know what I'm saying? They leave crumbs. They might not be as tidy as you are. See, that's the reality of things. So when you're with somebody all the time, you see things, but you don't see things. And when you don't see things like you used to, you become a little bit comfortable. And when you become comfortable, you forget to do things you used to do, which means when other people start acknowledging that person and saying things, you're getting jealous. But maybe it's a good reminder to pay attention to what's at home. Hey, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
RM Viaging is a company based on life's journey and sharing life lessons with the world in the form of laughter and reflection, inspiring people to go after their dreams and not giving up on life. RM Viaging creates inspirational music and motivational speeches designed to motivate all age groups. Visit our website at www.rmviaging.com to hear samples of our music. You will also find motivational articles on our blog page titled New Life, New Mind Blog. We also have a weekly podcast hosted by Reggie called Simply Straight Talk, all on our website at www.rmviaging.com.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
Hey, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us, man, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Today we talked about jealousy and trust issues. We all have some type of jealousy or some small amount or large amount of jealousy or trust issues within ourselves. But I think we need to figure out what is it that caused us to feel this way when we get into a relationship. But more importantly, how do we deal with it when, let's say, if you're dealing with trust issues and jealousy because the person you dated or the couple people that you dated prior to the person you're with now created that. They created that environment. But how do you deal with it so you don't bring it into the next relationship that you're in? Because you don't want to run away somebody that's good and that you know that you can have a happy life with, all because you can't let go of what somebody did to you or how somebody behaved, a year ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's real simple. The way to deal with it is to acknowledge the fact of why are you feeling this way? What is it that's making you feel this way? But you need to deal with the fact that, number one, is it from the past and you're just seeing it now? Or you need to talk to the person that you're with and be open and honest. Take time to take a step back and kind of observe a situation and not just assume that something is what you are making it out to be. Because I can sit there and laugh and joke, but it doesn't mean that there's any sexual attraction or interest in what that person is saying. That person could really just be funny, or that person may be able to discuss a conversation that I'm passionate about. Listen, I love discussing the universe. I love discussing the status of the Black community. So somebody who can relate and talk to me on those levels, on an intellectual level, I love that. So I will engage in conversation. It does not mean that I'm sitting here trying to undress you or trying to get with you or trying to get your phone number. It just means for that moment, we had a conversation that was cool. That's it. And you got to learn to recognize when a conversation is cool and when a conversation is being flirtatious. And I think sometimes, you're just uncomfortable that somebody may be able to connect in a conversation with your mate on a deeper level than you can. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't, that person is into that person. It just means that, hey, maybe you need to broaden your scope to try to understand things a little more. And one of the key things we need to start doing is really understanding our mates. What are they passionate about? What is it that they enjoy talking about? What topics really capture their minds? You know what I'm saying? Because when you understand that and you hear conversation going on between two people, then you can say, oh, she's a physicist, he's a physicist. So they're talking about that. Like if I was dating a woman that was a physicist, I would be lost. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I'm smarter than what I am. I would be lost. Yes, I like talking about the solar system, the stars and the galaxy and all that type stuff, but I can't speak to it on the level they do. So try to understand your mate. What is it that they're passionate about and enjoy? And observe and listen to the conversation before you assume something that is totally not and end up losing out on somebody that could be the one for you. Hey, this is Reggie Matters, man. Thank you for joining us right here on the Simply Straight Talk Show. I appreciate all the support and love and understanding. You guys, please stay with me. I'm going to do my best I can to bring you more great conversation and great topics. And don't forget to share, leave your thoughts and comments at the end of the show, which is right now. Peace out, baby.
You've reached the end of another episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. Connect with us at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to sign up to our newsletter and check out the New Life, New Mind blog at newlifenewmind.com. See you at the next episode.